Hi guys, it's me, Leigh with Victorian Dreams by Leigh, and I'm here for another project share. I'm trying to use what I have. So, um, first I want to say that our Office Max is going out of business, and I bought a Rolodex on clearance for 75% off, and I would like to start sending out these cards that I'm making to everyone in the world. And because if I don't have someone to gift it to, I feel like it's a waste just to make. I can only make so many for my mom and my neighbors. So this is the size. It's 3.5 by 2 1/4. In a Rolodex card, it's 3.5 wide and 2 1/4 long. And these little notches need to be at 1 1/4 and 2 1/4. And I am going to put my P.O. box down at the bottom with all my links, the Glue Gun Chronicles and Lone Star Crafters, my Pinterest, my Victorian Dreams blog, and stuff like that. And I am going to put it down below. And if you send me this, I will um, show it, and I will also promote your page and everything like that. So um, if you could do that, I would appreciate it. Hopefully I can remember to tell people that on a regular basis until it gets the word out. If you want to help me get the word out, please do. Okay, so that's a lot of talking for nothing. Okay, so we're going to show you the Anna Griffin card making compendium. And this is, gosh, I think there's 5 of them. And she gives a lot of examples. There's someone's address on this. I wonder if it's a real address. I'm going to Google it and send them a card if it is. Okay, so she gives us A2, A6, and A7. And A2 is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. And A6 is a 4 1/2 by 6 1/4 card. And a A7 is a 5 by 7 card. Okay, so let's show you what they look like and then show you the card I made. And the good thing about these is these 3 envelope looking things are for the sliders to go inside the envelope so that the inside of your envelope matches the outside of your paper. And this is a word too. These compendiums I only used when I made those castle cards. I used those as my stoppers, so I didn't make a card out of those. So this size again was the first size, and they are an A2. And then I did use these two compendiums. I did not use this. I went ahead and cut the paper to its size, which would be 8 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I scored right down the middle. I liked it was crisper to use my score than this right here, and it was just easier for me than to use this big piece, but I used these two. So anyway, let's see what it looks like. Oh, let me move that out of the way. So here are the 2 I made. They're raised. They're very raised. And I didn't use every one of them. And here they are open. You see? And this one. And how I did it was I just took an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of paper and I folded it in half. And you can see how much of the edge that I let the die go off so it stayed folded on both of them. And see, that's all that it is folded there. And then I took the same size die and cut this base down here and covered it up. So you can see just a hair right there where it's covered up. And then I just layered the mats. And I did that on the same one on this one. So there's the first one. And let me go ahead and show you the paper that I'm using. And I'll tell you a little secret. So I bought this for $5. It is the Coral contour. I don't know how you say that word. Am I saying it right? I don't know. Anyway, it's raised, it's glittered, it's foiled. I've had it for like 6 years. Um, these are not my favorite colors, so I'm struggling using these paper pads when they're not my favorite colors. My favorite colors are very vintage, Victorian, or pinks. But I mean, they're pretty enough to give out, but they're not my favorite colors. So I'm like a little struggling a little bit there. So, okay, there's two of them. And then I walked you through the basis of how to do that. Okay, the next size is this one. And once again, I didn't use the square cutout, but it is the A6 and it is 9 by 6 1/4. And then you just score it down the middle. And then I did these two. So let's look and see what they look like. And they are a little bit different. They are these. So they would, one opens this way and one opens that way. So the first one is I use the die out of the square piece of paper, a 1/8 in, and then I cut out the middle and then pop dot it and then use the extra ones and then laid it on there. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. I think you can. So it opens that way. So, and I have not done any sentiments or decorating. This is just the very basics of making a card with your paper stacks. Of course, when I know who I give it to and what for, you can always put a happy birthday, put a sentiment, put other flowers and everything and bows and roses and all that on there. So there's that one. And then this one, maybe you can see it a little better. I cut my own card out of using the card stock since it was not colored on the back side. You can write a lot of sentiments. So I used the same card stock and scored it. So see how I cut the die out and then that die is right here. So I don't need this. I put it off to the side and then I layered. And this one opens this way because of the butterfly. So it opens this way. So with both of these, the leftovers, fold them in half and you can have a bag topper, you know, or they can be stoppers. There's so many uses for these compendiums, but I'm doing it as cards right now. But yeah, these can become bag toppers. They can become tags. You can do a lot. You can use these in albums as pullouts, junk journals as tucks and slips and tags and pockets and all kind of stuff. Okay, so the next one is this one right here, and it is an A7 and it is 10 inches by 7 inches, and so it becomes a 5 by 7 card, and you score it right down the middle. And the ones I did with these are right here. So this one is a 5 by 7 card, and then I just layered. So, and it's really raised, and I just layered. And these the paper has little tags and stuff, so I was able to use that. And then this one I did the same way as these two, but what I did was I just cut this first one as my card, the first, and then the other ones I stacked. So I hope that makes sense. Here it is. So I took the card and I just laid it on the edge so that it would fold over, and that became my first bases of the card. See right here? And then the rest of them I stacked. So hopefully that'll help you and give you ideas. So hopefully you like what I'm showing you. This is just basic 101 card making with Anna Griffin's compendium dies. I hope you like what I have made you. I hope you don't forget about the Rolodex. I'm really excited. I hope I get a lot of them because, you know, just today I've only been out it for 1 hour and boom, I made these cards. So hopefully, guys, you like what I showed you and will sub to me and follow me on my links. Have a blessed day, everyone. Thank you.